The following program contains mature subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
What's the safe way to meet someone on the internet for a sexy romp? Could it be with virtual reality? So, okay. Digisexuality, hearing about it for the first time today. Now I'm hearing about these sexting apps. Now I'm hearing about virtual reality for sex.
Yes. Digisexuality is a new term used to describe people who are attracted to robots or some other form of technologically mediated sexual contact. And so I think of VR sex rooms as a tool for people who are in long distance relationships or people who want to engage in promiscuous behavior that has no health risks at all. You can't catch a sexually transmitted infection through doing that. And this is, although it seems new, because you're going into this room with people who are also online in their own homes, when the internet first came out, I know when I was on dial-up, I was going on chat rooms and doing something similar, but I didn't have an avatar to actually play and watch the things I was typing. So I think that this is just an enhancement off of what people have already been doing, and it can be a form of safer sex.
Can I say something though? Sure, I want people to maintain relationships. And it's scaring me a little bit. And even the one about teaching you how to sext, is there part of that app that can maybe work with couples, not just individually? Because I feel like we're going to teach people to be more isolated. I'm going to put on my goggles and I'll see you later, right? I don't need people. I don't need anything. I want people to there's nothing like warmth, connection.
That feels good.
So that's what's bothering me a little bit about this.
I think you're absolutely right, but we can't deny the fact that this is here to stay, and people's connection with technology continues to increase. Not always necessarily a healthy thing. I think that you can use this as an apparatus, like you said, to get closer to people, or it can be a tool that distances you from what the true goal of life is, which is meaningful connections with individuals, with other human beings.
When I hear about this, I would prefer to think that people are going to use it as a learning tool to help in a relationship.
I hope so.
To strengthen the relationship.
But I think vis-a-vis the VR, I mean, if you're using it to go into some anonymous room without ramifications to be promiscuous, then I think it is going to take you away from your partner. I think that is a form of emotional
Let's also
cheating.
consider the fact that some people have repressed sexual desires, maybe towards same-sex partners that they don't have a healthy way to act out on. Or there's individuals who have gone through sexual trauma and are looking for some kind of outlet. This could be a healthy entry point for some people. So while it's easy, I think, to make it really salacious, I do think for some it can work wonderfully, and that's why it is a form of sexual attraction, not the primary one.
Well, and I think I'm on your side of things because I would rather someone who's, let's just say they're in a committed relationship, they decide to go to Vegas, and they say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Well, if you go to Vegas and you have an affair, there are a lot of things that can continue, but if you go to a virtual reality
room,
right?
Yeah, you know, realistically, it could be emotional cheating, but it is better than the actual act of cheating on your significant other. And if that's something that you have to do, I would much rather it be virtual reality than true reality.
Well, I love the idea of the safe exploration and the safe recovery from trauma.
Hey, Drew,
I certainly
Drew,
see that.
are you driving us or?
Scientific purposes, I'm in.
Right, and then we come back and, hey, what's the address of the?
3DX Chat is one of the more popular rooms that one can attend. You can pick what you look like, you can pick the room that you go in, and you pick what you do when you get there.
Shan, you are on top of all of this. Thank you for sharing this with us. Did you ever think when you came to LA this week that you would be talking about digisexuality?
Well, I'm glad that I'm involved in this conversation. And honestly, one more thing I want to add is that I have patients that have impulse control issues and get themselves into trouble with sexuality, just as you mentioned. And this might be a tool to sort of... Porn addiction. Sometimes even in mania, people become impulsive. They do things that they normally wouldn't want to do, and they get themselves in trouble.
STD.
Right, exactly. So this may be something that people that have an issue can sort of almost taper themselves away from or work through it. That's how I'm thinking about it.
We brought you around.
I watched your learning curve. It was beautiful.
Yeah,
It was a beautiful journey.
Did you see that look? I know she noticed the look, right? I was just staring.
Hey, I think this highlights something that we're all acutely aware of. Technology can take you to really bad places, or it can be a tool to potentially improve things. You just have to use these things very carefully. Shan, thank you.